television. I've actually gone into various teams around the country and worked with them in the areas of trying to improve their operation, get them started. So in some respects, it's more of the same, but it's different because I'm actually going to come in as an owner, and I'm actually going to come in on a day-to-day basis and lead or with some more permanent direction. Sometimes when you're a consultant, it gets a little frustrating because you can see changes that need to be made, but you don't necessarily get them made because it's not your ultimate authority to do that. And Doug McGregor, who is the majority owner of this team, is very astute, very bright guy. You've met him. He's learning a lot about this business. I've enjoyed working with him as a fellow member of the AFL and AF2 Board of Directors. And we actually had some discussions in the past, philosophical and business discussions about better ways to run these teams and things that people miss in the process of running these teams day to day. So when I got a call from Jerry Kurz from the league about coming down here to look at this situation, it's 95 miles away from Davenport, where I'm at right now. I know the market to some extent, and we've had a great rivalry between the Steamrollers organization that I put together and had some success with. And I thought, it's certainly worth coming down to check it out. But my biggest concern, quite frankly, coming in here was whether this market was still viable. In the business we call sports markets, and sometimes teams come in and they don't do a very good job. They're poorly run, they're poorly managed, they're underfinanced, they never win a game, they're very poor on the field. And after a while, it's just not worth doing it any further. You need to get them out of the market, you need to let the market go fallow for a while, and eventually sometimes you can come back. But I came down here and I did some research, I did spend some time, I met with the building manager here of this wonderful building, and boy, they've done a great job of this since I came down here 7 or 8 years ago the first time. I'm very impressed with the building management because of their ability to sit down and be open-minded and be objective, and sometimes building managers don't have that agenda, and that impressed me. And beyond that, I also found that there was some interest in the media in this team still, and in general that there was a lot of interest in the market in seeing the Pirates be successful. But the key to that is being successful. People aren't going to put up with a loser. They're not going to put up with a poorly run organization. And I will say that I think last year I discovered that since Doug came in here, even though the record on the field was a bit of an aberration for this very successful coach, who I have a great deal of respect for professionally as a coach, that the organization actually made some progress last year. I know a lot about the history of the team, management and ownership-wise, and quite frankly, it's pretty checkered. And it's sad because the market has been very accepting of this team and very supportive, despite a lot of absentee ownership, some local ownership that probably didn't do some things so well. And yet the market has been there, it is here, and there's been a lot of pride in the Pirates team. And I can tell you from coming down here and competing against this team,